Well, first, I just want to thank everybody for being here. This is it's been a really stressful journey up until this point, like trying to get everything to go, like ready to go, and it's I really think that what we have like coming in the future is going to be like just absolutely insane, and the amount of success I think that this community is going to see is something that I don't think anybody's like seen before. I don't care what other discords you've seen, you're not going to see what happens in here. But yeah, so tonight I think that what we just want to talk about is what we do in here, where we kind of came from. You guys can get to know us a little bit, and I want to explain to like the newcomers who are like, hey, I want to make money, but I have no idea what my options are. We're going to kind of explain a little bit about all of like what we do and where we make our money, and just kind of give you guys a bit of an idea of like where to start.
Yeah, just like to piggyback off what she said too. She goes, she said that she wanted to do something or she thinks that we're going to do something great here, right? And I just look at the 15-hour a week work week Discord, which for those that maybe don't know what that is, that was a Discord where I met and really got to know CJ and Barton and a lot of you guys in here. And I mean, what was that ridiculous number? Was it like $3 million in
It's been
a year?
confirmed that it's more than that. It's much higher. We just haven't had like a set number, so it's way higher. But yeah, we've accumulated with between like us and the creators within our group. Yeah, we've accumulated over $3 million in revenue, like take home revenue. It's like what we've made as a group.
I wish take home was a flex, but that just means that was pre IRS going into my pocket. It's just bad. Yeah, so that's the thing, is that it's already proven to work. We already have such an anomaly of a community, and to just kind of create something where we can help anybody who comes to us, not just creators that are mentors and their mentees. Something that's open completely to the public. It's just such a cool thought, and that's kind of what we want to do with Creator Cashflow. We want Creator Cashflow to be a one-stop shop, not just for TikTok monetization, but all content monetization. Whereas like right now, we have the TTCC and TikTok shop courses that are live that anybody that's subscribed can have access to. But we want this Discord, or rather this Discord will be launching, and this group will be launching personal brand content and sponsored brand UGC content courses that will teach creators how to monetize on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and even how you guys can work directly with brands to sell them videos that they can post on their own socials, something that wouldn't be on your profiles or wouldn't be a part of any kind of program that's on TikTok. You just work directly with the brand. I know a lot of people in here know that I've done that quite a bit, and they've done it themselves. And it's just another facet, another monetization tool. That means monetizing everything that social media content creation has to offer, and not just one area of it. So many creators hyper focus on one aspect of this space, whether it's TTCC or their own brand, when in reality, you could be doing it all. And I think that, myself, CJ, and so many of us in here are great examples of that. And that's just what we kind of want to do. We want to help you guys just reach maximum potential.
Yeah. I think that before we get into like the specifics about what each thing is, I just wanted to add on to what Josh just said too. Like, a few ways, like not only are you going to be able to make money through like, learn how to make money like through like brand deals, TTCC, and shop, and all the multiple ways of monetizing like within the platforms. We're going to have ways within this Discord alone that will help you make money, and not just make money, but like help you make like residual, like automated income. And the few ways that we're wanting to do that is like, one thing is that we have like at the very bottom, if you remember, you'll see the section that's called brand collabs. And then there's a section for creator resumes where creators are going to be able to drop, whether it's their portfolio or maybe it's just their TikTok link of like, your shop videos, or just whatever you want to do to showcase for brands to be like, hey, here's what I've done. So if you like to work with me, we were bringing brands in here that will be able to post in the hire and inquire section and also look at your resume. So there's going to be the ability to like secure your own brand deals right within this Discord with the brands that we're going to be bringing in over time. Obviously, we're just starting, so we do have one brand in here who's on shop, but it's definitely we're going to be working very hard to expand that portion, so you guys have just every single opportunity available to you. And it's going to be the same thing. Like, you put as much work as you put in is what you're going to get back. So if you guys plan on staying in here, I definitely suggest you guys start just kind of getting a little bit of a portfolio together, so you can, show like these brands that will be coming in here, like, what you do, and you guys can communicate with them one-on-one. Another way that we're also going to be offering, you may have seen in announcements, is we are going to be giving you guys the ability to refer your friends or family, or if you want to go like even further, and like promote however you want to promote. Like, I know personally I'm making videos and going live on Shop and stuff. Like, you're going to be, or not on Shop, I'm going to be going live just like on my personal page, where I'm just like like kind of giving tips and showing people, hey, here's what we do and here's how we make money, and also give like some content tips or just answer questions and stuff. And in the midst of that, try to bring people in here. But when you get an affiliate link, you're going to be able to get a commission. We're starting at 20% commission, and that is like, if you refer someone through your link and they subscribe, you're going to get 20% commission every single month that they continue to stay subscribed. So it's not just like the first time. So if you're just like someone who's like, hey, I really believe in this and I would like to start making a little bit of extra money, for literally all you got to do is refer. You don't have to do anything else. And, you bring in 10 or 15 or 20 people or whatever, and they stay subscribed, you're just going to keep getting that, percentage every single month. And we haven't like set it in place like 100% yet, but we're trying to figure out a way to kind of like set tiers. So like, the more you guys refer, the more we can potentially increase the commission and stuff like that. So that's just a couple different ways that we're like offering additional opportunities for monetization, literally just within this Discord alone.
Which is absurd, right? I mean, and we're not doing Mary Kay here, guys. Like, this, what we're doing is not that there's anything wrong with Mary Kay, but what we're offering in terms of the product itself and what you get with Creator Cashflow, I've never seen it. And if it exists somewhere, I would love for somebody to show me. People that are with a one-stop shop, people at the highest level doing TTCC, personal content, this whole Discord, the referral system. We're really trying to bring everything together, and we have receipts, obviously, just with what we mentioned earlier, with how successful that's both all the co-owners are and the people that we brought into the community. So with that, I think we're going to pivot into just a little short intro. I know some of you guys probably know one of us, maybe a few of us, maybe you know all of us, but just in case, for anyone who doesn't or isn't familiar with me and CJ, we're just going to kind of tell you a little bit about ourselves very quickly, and then jump into some more specifics, and then we're going to be doing some questions at the end. So CJ, or I should say Barton, since you're Barton tonight, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm CJ, and I like long walks on the beach. Basically, I'll give you guys a little bit of a personal background on me. I have had seriously like an up and down of a life, and I will say that I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago, I was in a really, really tough spot. I was homeless. I was in debt. It was just, everything was just going down, down, down. Long story short, I pulled myself out of that, which was just an insane thing. And like, fast forward to like the work that I've put into turning my life around, is now all of a sudden I have decided to take an opportunity that was like provided to me, which was like a friend reaching out and saying, hey, I'm part of TTCC, and like, are you interested? And I'm over here just making ends meet, like delivering for Amazon and DoorDash. And I was just like, man, if I can make what I'm making delivering, like maybe $2,000 or $3,000 a month just to keep me afloat by making videos, like, yeah, sure. And then I started, and like within my first month, I made like $4,500, and then the second month I made like 15K. And instantly my life turned around. Well, me and Barton's life turned around, because we were together at the time. And we were literally out of debt within months, and literally just starting our future. And then we continued to grow the 15-hour work week group 1 into like what it was. And that's thanks to like all the beautiful creators that we had with us too. It wasn't just me and Barton. It was like just an amazing group of creators who just all worked together and became like this family. It's something that I'm super, super proud of, and really just happy to have been able to like be a part of it. And that's something that like is one of the reasons why we wanted to start this, because we wanted to provide that kind of opportunity to people who, you know, didn't just have 50,000 followers. We wanted to offer this opportunity and like this family to, you know, people who are maybe just getting started. And yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Hi, my name's Josh. I also like long walks on the beach. No, seriously. I know, right? I like the beach parties. No, yeah. So I've been a creator for about 5 years. My name is Josh Barracks. I started this whole thing back in 2019, wanting to get into streaming because I thought I'd be the next Tim the Tap Man, and I loved him. And so yeah, I just focused on that, really just personal brand and streaming. I got to be a Twitch partner, which was really amazing and a big goal of mine. And we just reached 2 million followers on all socials. I've done commentating for the United States Air Force, WD Black, I Buy Power, stuff like that. And I think, yeah, we'll be hitting $200,000 in total revenue in 9 months of TTCC coming this month. So lots of just, yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm still trying to wrap my own head around it, but
I still don't believe it either.
yeah, it feels like Monopoly money.
Yeah, we're going on a year, and I'm like, I still don't, it don't unfathom. You know,
No, I don't
the
know.
potential is wild.
And we just stay inside too, which is crazy, right? And I'm like, I don't want to buy new pants because I'm like, they can't see my pants anyway, and it's, I don't know, and it's, I don't know.
That's one thing I do buy. I like my really baggy sweatpants. I buy those.
Yeah, give me a link. CJ referred me some cologne, and it's been a life-changing experience for me. Anyway, so yeah, no, I guess look, content creation really changed my entire life. I'm 32. I was bartending before this. I sold insurance before that, and which lent it was actually pretty useful, the insurance side of things, which we'll talk about at some point. But yeah, no, I just had no idea what I was doing with my life. I'm sure that there's somebody that in this Discord that can relate to that feeling of like, I'm not living up to my potential, kind of. And then it just kind of gets like, you get in your own head. And content creation really drug me out of that kind of dark place. And I've just forever been really, really grateful for that. With as all the successes and whatever has come, my, you know, my first instinct is to try to help other people get to this place. And I think that that's kind of where me, CJ, and Barton saw a similar vision in the other Discord. Was I think CJ came to me and she was like, I'm noticing that you're constantly in here, going over, like telling people how you do X, Y, and Z and taking time out of your day to help others. And I kind of just shared with her what I just shared with y'all. And then that creator cash flow idea kind of happened, where it's like, what if we took all of our tools? What if we took all of our experiences and all of the things that we do well at, we put it together and we just make it open to everybody, not just the highest top creators in TTCC, but on the planet. And now we're here. So one more thing I want to touch on with just the whole thing that I was just talking about is, I've also worked with a lot of brands, and you're probably like, wait, well, thanks for adding one more accolade. That's not why I'm saying that. That's something I was doing workshops for in the other Discord, and between Mountain Dew, Fortnite, Epic Games, Microsoft, that experience with brands is another facet that I'll be teaching within this Discord. We've already launched the course that shows how you guys can take your success within TTCC and then contact the brands to sell them videos outside of TTCC. Because if you didn't know, TikTok cannot see your name, or TikTok, the brand cannot see your name in TTCC. TikTok has hidden it from them. Why would they do that? Because they don't want to be cut out of the equation. So they couldn't find you if they wanted to. Well, I found a workaround to that, and that's it's just another thing that we're going to be sharing. So I just want to share that as like kind of like an ethos to why we're doing that. So yeah, with that being said, why don't we start talking about what it is that we're currently have accessible to you guys and what we're teaching. First up is, like, I think, CJ, correct me if I'm wrong, the highest ceiling in all of content monetization, which is TikTok Shop.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's two sides of TikTok Shop. One side is the seller, where you own a business, you own a product, and you're trying to market it to sell it. And then there's the other side of TikTok Shop, where you are a creator, and those brands that want to have people buy their product are, you basically get the product, whether it's from a free sample or you purchase the product. You take that product and you make videos on it on your own page, whether it's the main that you don't use anymore or you do a completely different account. There's multiple ways we can get into that, but basically you make your own videos with your own creativity, the way that you think that it'll sell or it could get the best engagement. You make those videos on those products and you receive a commission with from the brand for every single sale that those videos make. And the amount of money that is being made on TikTok Shop with affiliates is a number that you will literally fall down. I have done some math with just some analytics and some websites that I've seen that give you, the stats of creators, what kind of commissions they're bringing in, and these top creators. Now, these are the top creators, obviously, but these top creators, I have calculated that there was like one specific creator, and she had made, if I did my calculations right, over $200,000 in a single month, and she is consistently making money like that. And
you never told me 200,000. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy. And yeah, because I believe she was making like 60 grand a week or something. So it's actually little bit more.
What?
So now that is someone who is incredibly consistent, has been doing this for a year. She started when when Shop dropped. She's become her own brand basically, and all she does is shop videos. Mostly this is just one single creator that I've paid attention to simply because she's absolutely killing it. She does a lot of makeup and stuff, a lot of lady wear and stuff like that. Anything that pertains to the female crowd. Obviously, she's a female. She's going to pertain to her audience, which is what you guys all should be doing. You guys should all be pertaining to your audience if it's possible, and then create your own brand. She's literally her own. She's an influencer who only does TikTok Shop videos. And that was only on one account, by the way. She has a whole nother account where she does food, where she's not making as much, but she's still making really good money. So the amount of money that she's probably bringing in a single month between those two accounts is absolutely wild. So the ceiling in TikTok Shop is kind of unlimited, depending on how you do, how consistent you make it, like how much you want to learn. And it's basically just what you put into it. And, the thing is, once you find a system that works, you just take that system, like what Josh says, like you just throw shit at the wall and hope something sticks. And then whenever something sticks, you just keep running with that. You just keep doing it over and over and over. And if it never fails, then why would you stop doing it? You're just going to, like, one video pops off, just remake the same video, basically, reword it or rechange it or something. But now you have a system. Now it's going to work. Now you know how to go viral. That's the thing, is like, once you know how to go viral, then what hooks work, and there's always things changing. That's one thing that we really want to keep up on. There's always things changing. There's always like new trends, new hooks, new products, new all that stuff. And the earlier and sooner you're in on that information, the more likely you're going to be able to go viral with the videos that you're putting out, with the products they're not viral yet, but they're going to be viral in 2 weeks. If you could predict the future in 2 weeks that this one product's about to, is going to have 1 million sales, wouldn't you jump on that product right now before everybody else has, because you're going to get in early? So that's information that we are working to be able to provide you guys. And I think I'm going to wrap up basically like what TikTok Shop, but for the most part, that's, you just make videos on other brands' products, and you make your videos engaging and try to get them to perform. And, the more consistent you are, then the more money you're going to be able to make.
That's ridiculous. And I'm focusing on TTCC personally because I just currently haven't had a chance to start my own shop. But I'm not even lying. I don't know if she's in here. I have a neighbor I grew up with my entire life. She just subscribed to the Discord because we were talking about it. She's like, what are you doing nowadays? And we talked about it. And I started telling her about TTCC, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous." I go, "I know," and it's not even as good as Shop apparently, because it's like people are printing money over there. So, and I just love how like not professional of a content creator you have to be to do it. I think that that's just super cool.
It is beautiful.
And yeah, dude, it really is. And not just like for Shop, but for TTCC too. I just like so many people have this misconception that it's going to tank your personal account, where the reality is for TTCC, nothing ever gets posted to your profile. That you can't search for it. You couldn't search like Josh Barrick's ad and anything come up unless it just got lucky or whatever. Like that's just not a thing that happens. And with Shop, I'm not posting on my personal account. I'm going to pay like, I don't know how much, not very much for just an account to go, you know, promote phone chargers or whatever you guys are doing over there at Shop. So I don't know. I just want to piggyback on that and say the Shop is super cool. But let's talk about TTCC. And this is kind of like my field. And obviously, you know, Barton and CJ, the other co-owners, are more than qualified to talk everything that there is to know about TTCC. That's just my area that I'm focusing on, one of the areas. And all that is, guys, is it's posting videos to challenges for brands. So the TikTok Creative Challenge is a program where creators upload videos to campaigns that are posted by brands across every niche, not just gaming, not just hair and makeup, everything, walking for weight loss, whatever. And we, the creators, get paid based on how well those videos do. And if the brand really likes it, they'll just push it out to a bunch of people. Pretty similar, I think, to TikTok Shop, where they'll just email you and be like, "Hey, guess what? We're sending you out to 5 million people, GG's," and then you make a bunch of money. These videos are ran as ads on TikTok and don't post to your personal TikTok. I know I've already said that. Really want to reiterate that it's not going to tank your personal thing. We've kind of talked about it and we've shared a little bit about the earnings. If you guys are, you know, in the Discord already, you've probably seen wins, but your run-of-the-mill top creators make easily over $20,000 a month. That's not some like grandiose number. It's actually much lower than what most of the top creators are making. Anyone who really puts a lot of effort into it consistently and improves should expect nothing less than $5,000 to $10,000 a month, just because the bonus system that TikTok has in place is stupid, where basically if your videos get accepted, they'll just start handing you hundreds of dollars, and it's pretty much bulletproof. I just think that right now is such a good time to start. One of the big things that I hear a lot of when I start talking about TTCC with other creators, that when I was in the Call of Duty niche, they'll come to me and say, "Hey, you know, we see you on whatever platform doing TTCC. I wish I got in when you did," as if I joined at the perfect time. When what they don't know is that the CM bonuses are actually nerfed from, you know, once I started. So you're not too late, guys. Like, no one is late to anything, because, and if you've seen the course, you're going to hear this. You've already heard this, but do you think social media marketing and advertising is going to go up or going to go down in the next 10 years? Do you see people using their phones more or less? You got it, right? It's more. There is no bad time to get into this. This is the number one field. I can't think of a single thing that it should be recommended to a regular person to do. This is it. You found it. So now is the best time to possibly start this. And yeah, and it's just what we're doing here. We really want to help people kind of see, and Mr. Beast said it best, right? Like he said, he gets asked all the time, "How did you become the top YouTuber?" And his answer is always the same. I was in a group of 5 people. One person would learn one thing about a thumbnail, and he would share it with the group. And we learned together. It's like a hive mind thing or whatever. I don't know what they call it. But that's what we want to do here. Since we know something and we have a community of people who have learned so much, you guys can post your videos. We look at your videos and we can give feedback based on our experience. And you guys can meet up in voice chats and text channels and go through those motions of learning how to improve together, so that you can be exponentially better and better and better. Which is what I did when I found the 15-hour Discord. I got better so much faster because this guy Fatal Glitch, he's in charge of all the key advertisers and granted spots in TikTok. He's actually here now. If you guys click on Fatal Glitch's name and say, "Hey, I want some more spots, every weekly spots," he'll get those spots to you. Okay, so make sure you shoot him a message. No, but seriously, he really was very pivotal in me learning a very big weakness that I had, which was reactions. And now I'm kind of like the person that a lot of people go to improve those. And that wouldn't have happened without him. That wouldn't have happened without the Discord. And that's what we want to do here. So I can't think of a better way to segue, into like kind of like our last thing that we're going to touch on before QA. This will be very brief, which is just this Discord. What we're hoping to do with this and all the cool things. We've already talked about it a little bit, but yeah, let's look at some things that we could bring to Discord.
I would love to actually address a question that's been asked in here, real quick, because I think it's relevant. So, is that all right with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Just Escape asked if he said, "Can TTCC get saturated if too many people join it?" And and also Citizen Snipes is absolutely correct with the answer that he sent. So a lot of people have shown their huge fear with that exact thing. So it's like, okay, if there's going to be more people, there's going to be more competition, and am I going to make less money? And at the end of the day, the more this program has been out, I think we're going on 3 years of this program actually being a thing. Initially, it was just like 50 creators that got it started. They were kind of in beta. They started growing a little more and a little more. We were, some of the lucky ones to get in super early. It had only been out about 2 years, but from what we've heard from the OG creators and just anything that we've seen over the last year with this group, the more creators, the more quality creators, the more money everybody is making, simply because there is a wait list for brands to come into TTCC. Like, there are brands just waiting for their spots. And I will be completely transparent. There are brands in here that just don't pay, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know why they're here. I don't know how they're here, but there is a lot of brands that are still waiting to come in. And the more quality creators we bring in, the more quality creators we can, you guys can become, the more brands are going to want to take their ad spend. That you got to remember, they're spending money on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Twitter ads, everywhere. If we show them, hey, listen, we are the shit. We are better than anybody else that you're going to find, and they get their videos for free in TTCC. They don't even have to pay for it. So there's going to be, the more quality creators, basically what I'm trying to say, the more money these brands are going to see the value in this program and in TikTok and the advertising and the reach, that they're going to take that money away from the other platforms that they're spending on, and they're going to bring it to us. And then there's just going to be more brands on top of that will be brought into TTCC with larger budgets, because we're already seeing Walmart and these big brands that you guys see every day coming into this program. And that's because the quality has continued to raise. So the more we could provide quality, the more money people and advertisers bring in. Advertising is never, ever, ever going to die. It is always going to be a thing. It's not something that AI can just take over. It's just always going to be here. It's always going to continue growing. I think personally, especially in this economy, so many people want to run their own business, that we're going to see a lot more businesses that need marketing and advertising.
100%. And to touch on that a little bit too, I love to use this as an example. 123 million people watch the Super Bowl, and to run a 30-second ad on the Super Bowl is $7 million.
Yeah.
I have an ad with Eat Venture that has 150 million views. That is more views than if they ran an ad on the Super Bowl and they paid me $6,900. Let's say one more time, $7 million to run a 30-second ad on the Super Bowl to get less views than paying me $6,900. Let that kind of sink in there a little bit.
Yeah, the value here for the brands it's wild.
Unheard of.
Josh on Super Bowl ads this year?
Hold on, less conversions? You think so? Because they can click on the video. They can click on the ad, Mayo, that they just watched and convert. In a Super Bowl, they're like, hey, who's that marketed to?
They gotta
My dad?
Pick up their phone and then type it in, and ain't nobody.
Yeah, he can't even see us. My mom can't even see her phone. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know about less conversions.
Oh, he's saying less conversions on the Super Bowl ad.
Okay. Yeah, you better have said that.
He about
Come
to
over there and
smack you, Mayo.
Wait, what? No, I'm about to smack him something. Okay, wait. Okay, so now with that out of the way, I honestly, we've talked a lot about the Discord a little bit. Is there anything that you think? I mean, marketplace, app drop calls, whatever.
We can touch on marketplace real quick. Yeah. So I mean, basically, as time goes on, maybe there's some people in here that don't. Oh, let me start this over. So for TikTok Shop, essentially, you are required to have 5,000 followers to become an affiliate on Shop. If you want to start TTCC, you are essentially required to have 50,000 followers on your account to be able to be qualified for TTCC. Now, a little birdie has mentioned at some point that TTCC will be merging with Creator Marketplace. We have no idea when that's going to happen, but I would assume, based off of the fact that Creator Marketplace requires 10K, it will probably be dropped down to 10K at some point. But at the moment, we have provided a solution for creators to be able to not sit here going, well, I don't have 5K and I don't have 50K. Now my dreams are shattered. So we are helping you avoid that problem because you do not have to spend the next 6 months to a year or however long you think it could take you to grow an account to 50,000. All you need to do is go to our marketplace where we have verified sellers that sell TikTok accounts that meet the requirements of these monetization opportunities. And the reason we verify these guys is, first of all, everyone's protected. No one's going to get scammed. No one's going to be like, like out, we're trying anyway to keep you guys. Obviously, there's always still a slight risk and stuff because you are going to be purchasing an account from someone you personally don't know. But at the end of the day, we are trying our best to keep this as safe of a space as possible. And I'm sure you guys are wondering, hey, if I buy an account, is that against TikTok TOS? It's not against TikTok TOS so long as the followers and engagement on that page are real followers. And to give you guys a small, like really, really short, like a brief explanation of how this works, like on the other end, there's creators from all over the world that basically get paid to make viral videos. Like they mimic viral videos and they probably go live a ton. And you might have even seen those guys like on your live or whatever. They get paid basically to grow accounts, and then those guys will either sell their own accounts or they just get paid to grow accounts. And the people who pay those guys to grow accounts will take that account and they will sell it for more than they paid the creator to whoever's looking for an account. So that's kind of basically like how this works. So people actually do this full time for a living. People actually sell accounts for like a living or maybe a little bit of a side hustle. So at the end of the day, I don't think anybody would genuinely be in here trying to sell an account just to scam someone to ruin their opportunity to a ton of creators that are going to be customers for them. Like you're not gonna, shit where you sleep, right? You're not gonna screw somebody over when you have so much more business coming to you. So, basically, if you guys end up needing another account or a second account, or you don't want to be on your main, or you don't have the follower requirement, you can literally go buy an account and you can get started as soon as you have the account set and ready to go. If you have friends who are like, hey, I want to do that, then you can refer them to be able to do the same thing. That's the thing. You don't have to have those requirements anymore. You guys can you buy the account with the requirements and you can start. That's it. It's an investment rather than waiting to see 6 months or a year if you could grow it or something. And who knows like what kind of opportunities are going to be available then.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to address this. We have a question in the comment from Jordy. She's brand new to TTCC. She says, what sites are trustworthy for buying an account for TikTok? And that's a great question because this is kind of why the marketplace exists a little bit, is that I don't know them. I don't know, not them. I don't know these websites that sell accounts. And so I didn't want to refer anyone out to some third-party website and put my name on that and say like, oh yeah, go to Famify or whatever and go buy an account. Yeah, whatever that is. And go to that and then it'd be a scam. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So kind of like the what do you call it? What's the thing when you come to a middle ground? Is the marketplace, because we're making them sign a contract. Yeah, there you go. That's the one. The compromise is the marketplace, because we're making them sign a contract that says, hey, if anything happens and it's proven that it's a bad whatever, then they're held accountable for that. So
But
that's
also
kind of what
vice versa on the
doing.
creator too. You guys can't be botting your accounts, and then in 24 hours your account gets shut down because you botted your account, and now you want a refund from the seller. It goes both ways. We're protecting everybody. So as long as you guys follow like the instructions, we have a quick guide there. You have to read the disclaimer in the rules section under marketplace. By the way, if you guys are interested in going to marketplace, you have to read the rules, react to that, and then it will unlock the rest of the marketplace for you where there's sellers. And then there's also a quick guide there for things like to kind of explain a little bit about what you're going to need to look for that the seller should be willing to show you and provide to you before you purchase. We have some sellers in there that actually let you log into the account first and look around and make sure that it is within what you're looking for. So before you do, if you go buy accounts, or anytime you recommend someone to go buy an account, make sure you guys read that quick guide, because it's really important. You don't want to buy an account and then all of a sudden, you bought an account for TikTok Shop, and then all of a sudden 99% views are from Pakistan, because it can take you, I don't know how long, to try to get those views back into the US. It can take a while. I think that eventually it will. You just have, it could be a while, and we don't know that time frame. So you want like 50 to 60% like US viewership for like the shop accounts. TTCC, it literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just need legit accounts and legit followers and engagement, and you need the account to have been created in the U.S. And that's mainly what our sellers they sell accounts specifically that will be able to provide TTCC, and the U.S. engagement ones I'm seeing are definitely a little bit harder to find, but
Oh, yeah.
that's why it's probably better. I think I'm starting to see it's probably better to get a TTCC account for TTCC and get a separate account for shop. I think in the long run it would actually be cheaper for you too.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's also safer too, because God forbid one of them gets banned. You didn't get banned all. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that would be
you don't want to lose TTCC and shop all on the same account, and then you got to start all over. You know what I mean? Like, the average cost for your US shop account.
And just a quick disclaimer going back to that too, guys. Like I'm always going to recommend that you guys just grow the following yourself, obviously, but just know that there is always going to be an innate risk with doing that, even if it's not against TikTok TOS to buy and sell accounts that are legit. Just know that there is that going into it. Okay, so that's important that you know that going into that. So yeah, about $600, right, TJ?
For what?
Accounts good with TTCC?
We have sellers in here that are able to provide TTCC only for around 300.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah. So like the 600 plus ones are probably going to be like 50,000 followers and a higher US engagement, which is kind of why I
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
so
and
that's
it's got
gonna
more
matter.
tools.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, yeah, they can definitely range to around 400. It depends on like the follower count, where the engagement's coming from. If it's from like Pakistan or India, it's probably going to be cheaper. If it's from the UK, it could be a little bit higher, simply because UK is a little bit more, I guess, relevant, because it's like a big fan base or whatever, and whatnot. I wouldn't say 600 to 800 is normal for a TTC account. We have people in here selling around 3 to 4.
Yeah,
I don't think it's necessary to go paying $800 for a TTC account.
Yeah, it's a little high. And I see Cam saying DM me where you got yours. Guys, feel free to use the public channels too, right? Like if you guys have a recommendation or want to discuss things like that, feel free to use our base Discord as well. I feel like that's a pretty good pivot, I think, to open this up to some Q&A here. We got about 15-20 minutes left of our first ever weekly call, which, just one more time, guys, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for doing this, not just tonight, but supporting this like next step in all of our journeys, me, Bart, CJ, and everyone who's been involved. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions at all, or just have a question that you think could be beneficial to others, feel free to raise your hand, and we'll drag you up here.
I'll just answer real quick. Mr. Mop said, do you know why they're TTCC only? Does the audience not US or something? It's basically yes. Like if it's, you don't want to be using at all, India viewership for a shop account. It's better to find a US viewership, because no one in India is going to be able to want to buy your the products you're selling, or probably not even can. Not to mention, if you're in the U.S. and you're getting like Pakistan viewership or something, you're probably not going to get any views at all, simply because TikTok has no idea what the hell to do with your account. I think
Well,
someone else said.
oh, go ahead, sorry.
Someone else had said somewhere around like I think it was just Mayo saying 600 to 800 is normal for a TTCC account. I think that's more normal for a TTCC account that has all mostly US viewership, so you can also use it on Shop. That was what I meant to say. For an account that you can use both is going to be much more, and I think it's also going to be cheaper for you guys to just buy 2 separate accounts, because a 5K account with US viewership is a lot less money than a 50K account with US viewership.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah,
for the shop account. Sorry, Josh.
You're good, man. I want to make sure that we're getting letting everybody have a chance to ask their question. So what can we what question you got for us?
My question was along the lines of, for you, Josh, if I've sent roughly 30 emails for off-brand deals from TTCC, like you covered in the course, and I haven't gotten any responses, do you think I should consider using, I forgot the name of the website, but
Rocket Reach.
Yeah, do you think I should consider using that?
Well, that's a good question, and it's a helpful one too. I think it'll be enlightening for a lot of people who are looking to do some off of TCCC brand outreach. It is kind of indicative of, like, it might be beneficial for you to have a tool like Rocket Reach. If you're not familiar, anyone that's listening, Rocket Reach basically takes LinkedIn, Facebook, and something else and compiles all of the contact informations from it at a very high price every month, and you just put in the brand's name and it spits it back out, and you can save you a bunch of time, essentially. So that is a very useful tool, but it's not as easy as like, oh, I sent 30 and I haven't gotten anything back. Is it because of the contact? It could be, but it could be a number of factors that range from how much their ad spend budget is that quarter. Have they overspent in TTCC? Maybe they do get your email and they look and there was another creator that they had their eye on, or so it could range from a multitude of things, from them, how much they want to work with you specifically, to what their budget is that quarter. A brand isn't as, what's the word? They're not as cordial as we are. They're not the ones that are sending out a bunch of emails. They'll contact you when they need you. And so out of the 30 emails, and again, I don't know how you're compiling them, of course, you could have reached some people that they saw it and they just immediately dismissed it because their job is to secure X impressions, X conversions per quarter, and they've already met it, or they are on track to meet it, or a multitude of reasons. So long story short, it could mean that getting Rocket Reach could be helpful, but there is no one thing that will ensure that you get more replies.
So you send 80 emails a month?
No. And we can talk about this a little bit more, I think, after our weekly call here. I just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to raise a hand. Do we have anybody else that is raising right now?
All right, thank you, Josh.
Hey, you're very welcome, ma'am.
I think Princess Brittany. Hello.
Hey, Brittany, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
We can. Hi.
Sorry, kind of sick. So when you say US viewership, is that like, you mean like the follower insights, like top countries, regions?
Yes, when you look at like the analytics of like the videos, or at least the recent videos, and you can like look at like, demographic, like male, percentage male, female, things like that, and then you look at like the country reach, like where your views are coming from. It'll say like, on your own account you might have like 97% US and 3% UK, stuff like that. That's what we're talking about when it comes to like Shop. You want to have a good portion of US. I just see Mayo earlier say that his Shop account has 40% US audience, and every video that he makes is 98 plus, which is really, really good. So it just needs to not be like 0 US and all, you know what I mean? Like you want at least a good portion of US, and the higher the portion, the easier it'll be for you to bring your account back like over to fully US.
Got you. I'm like looking into buying my secondary like Shop account right now, so I just wanted to make sure I understood that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Do we have anybody else that has a question, either themselves or a question that they think might help anyone else in the call right now about TTCC, about what we're looking to launch in terms of brand and UGC content, personal brand content, TikTok shop, marketplace, any of those fun things that we are either doing now or looking to do here in the future. It looks like we got Link Light. I like that.
I'm gonna
name.
answer this question real quick. You're talking about that Creator Marketplace. So what is Creator Marketplace? That's not the same as TTCC, right? No. So Creator Marketplace is it's available to anybody on TikTok, it's directly in TikTok. If you have 10,000 followers, it opens up to you when you have 10,000 followers. And there's also a couple other. I think it's like 100,000. Is it 1,000 views in a month or 100,000 views in a month? And 10,000 followers. And I believe if anyone can be more specific about that, I forget what that viewership requirement is to open TTCC. Or not TTCC, sorry. It's 100K in a month. Okay, so you need 100,000 views in the past 30 days and 10,000 followers. And I think you need to be like age 18 plus and stuff like that. But basically, 3 videos posted in the last 30 days as well. Oh yeah, yep. So that opens up Creator Marketplace. You need Creator Marketplace to be able to get your payouts in TTCC. You also, that's where if you like do that like creativity beta or whatever it is called now, that's where you would be able to get basically anything that you're monetizing directly on TikTok. You need Creator Marketplace. I think it's except for like live and shop, you get your earnings like separately. But there's in Creator Marketplace, there's also like a little section where you'll see some missions. Missions are basically, I want to say this briefly, kind of like a TTCC thing where you see a mission. There's a very, very brief, and you make a video, you post it to your page, and if the brand picks it, they can put a bunch of money into it, and then you make a certain amount per view. People have made a lot of money on missions, but that's pretty much what Creator Marketplace is. TTCC is a completely separate program.
Heck yeah. Definitely look into those missions, guys. Okay, do we have Link Light? Is their hand still up here? Yo, what up, Jack?
What's up? I asked in the chat, but I was just wondering, whenever you buy one of these accounts, because the names are usually kind of weird in the random profile picture, how much can or should you change that account to kind of make it personal without it like getting banned or something? Like, can you private most of the videos, add your own profile pic, or should you just leave it completely untouched? And if that would affect, like, I know we have the branded challenges where you get a flat rate and you post on your own account, would those be affected by that? And how much to just like take that account over with?
Okay, so you basically the sellers will be very specific. They should be very specific about the like the things that you need to do when you get the account. You will be able to basically customize it to your liking. That's one thing. If you're really concerned about the branded challenges, you do have to hit 500 natural views, and it can be really tough. Even on my page where I'm doing shop and I'm doing well on shop, I still have videos that they're scraping 300 if I make it for branded. And like obviously we do have that hype each other up section in here, so if you guys do need a little bit extra like views for branded or any help, you guys definitely, I encourage you guys to work together and help give each other, that engagement or something. But basically, no, you can't mass private videos. But basically, you should be able to do pretty much anything that you choose with the account. Just go through those very specific questions with the sellers, because you want them to be the one to tell you, here's what you need to do with this account and in the order it should be done to keep yourself safe from throwing any red flags to TikTok.
Yeah, and just to reiterate that TikTok sanctions this, by the way, guys. TikTok is okay with buying and selling accounts as long as the accounts have authentic engagement and followers. If that is the case, you don't have to be like feel like you're doing something wrong.
Okay, thanks. And as far as like being a mentor to one of these accounts, would that also be something that you would need to ask the seller? So if I have a friend that I want to get into the program and they got an account, would I still be able to put them under me as a mentee, or would that just be specific per account type thing?
Are you a mentor already on your current account?
I am.
Okay, so you're just saying, hey, I have a friend, Billy Bob, and he wants to join the program. He's going to buy an account. Can I pair him and mentor him? Is that your question?
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. Yes. What you cannot do, or you're not supposed to do, is you're not supposed to get a second account for yourself and mentor yourself.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and yet people do anyway. So
I wouldn't do that. I'm not.
I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't do it either, dude. But yeah. Was that did that answer your questions, Jack?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, man. Well, thank you for the question. I know that was really, really helpful for a lot of people. And as a lot of people do have questions about the marketplace and stuff like that. So hopefully we're answering those. Last chance, guys. Remember, we're going to be doing these every week. As of now, they're going to be at the same time, so 7 p.m. EST on Mondays. All right, guys. So just keep that in mind. Have some questions ready if throughout the week you have any. It doesn't have to be. Like, obviously, for the first one, we really wanted to get to like the brass tacks of what we're doing and keep it open to everyone in the free community. But going forward, it can be specific to you. Hey, look at this video. What do you think? That's fine. We'll do it. If you're there, then we're here for you guys. So keep that in mind. We also have some really cool stuff that we're looking to roll out with the Discord. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, I mean, there's a lots of cool things coming, and we really appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedules to spend it with us and hear what we got to say.
Hey, Josh, I have a question.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Hey, so I was wondering if in the Discord I heard someone talking about mentors as well, and mentoring. So is there a dedicated place where if we are a mentor, we could connect with people here that would like to be mentored?
There is not. As of now, and it's funny that you said that too, because it was kind of on my brain a little bit. We're right now setting up something for the owners of the Discord to have an area where people can pair with us, because believe it or not, guys, a lot of us, I think all of us, all the co-owners actually have open mentor spots. So that's something for us to maybe consider in the future. And so thank you for asking that. We've just been so busy getting everything off the ground. I hadn't given it any thought, but that might actually bring value to mentors, and it's something that we can all kind of discuss.
Yeah, I want to I'll touch on something on that too. I kind of want to throw out a little teaser, Josh, about furthering that, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so one thing we would like to do, and this is very, very early stages, and obviously we're going to need to wait to implement this until we grow, but there is something that we would really like to offer to mentors, or simply even if you're not a mentor in TTCC, people that are obviously killing it and doing well and seem to be really good about teaching others and everything like that. We do want to, at some point, figure out a way to provide an opportunity to actually have set mentors in here that they can make money mentoring people. Now, obviously, we can't implement some TTCC bonus on our end because we don't own the app or anything like that. But what we can do in here is we have the ability to control different things. Like if someone, maybe one option would be if someone's really dedicated and really wants a mentor, like one-on-ones a certain number of time, like that someone that would like dedicate their time to them. Maybe there's a potential of like having an upgrade and the mentor can be paid in that manner, or some kind of something that we can give people who really want to teach and like be part of the team. Some kind of like percentage or something, like I don't want to say like like not like a percentage of the business, but in a way a percentage of the business. If that makes sense. Hopefully I explained that a little bit.
Yeah, just something that we got kind of workshopping right now as we kind of navigate our way into launching this, maintaining this, making sure that we're keeping the courses coming to you guys consistently. I think I can speak for Barton and CJ. That this has definitely been a little bit more than we knew coming into it in terms of what it was going to take to build and maintain and manage and add to a business this size. But we have a lot of really cool ideas, and we're talking about it every day, pretty much sun up to sundown. So just like CJ said, that definitely is something that we're looking at, which is compensating and paying people that are mentors within the program or just established creators within the program to help us mentor people here. So there is an endless potential for monetization, not only that we'll be covering here, in the Discord, but within the Discord itself. And we're really excited to kind of launch and show you guys all the cool things. Yeah, where's Fatal? Like I gotta DM him. I need more granted spots. What's up, man?
Yo, what up? What up?
Hello.
I had a question. I had asked, and I got a couple thumbs up. There's gonna be I guess the way you guys are marketing it and just shop and everything in general, buying accounts. There's gonna be a lot of people who have like never made content like in their lives and dealt with like the mental roller coasters of the ups and downs. So how do you guys deal with that, and like what are your steps to like take care of your mental well-being so you don't like lose yourself?
So, I think our ultimate goal is, we're definitely aware of that. I mean, my mom has actually taught me a lot of that. She came into this, as a school teacher. She teaches online, but she saw what we were doing, and she was like, I want to do this, and she wants to quit teaching. And she had zero experience, so she taught me a lot about, hey, if someone, a stay-at-home mom sees this opportunity, we know that's going to be a very popular thing. Like, people are going to be like, how do I do what you're doing, but I don't know a damn thing about it. So we are talking about, we're going to be planning on like coming out with like editing courses, like basics, all that kind of stuff. And to further like answer that question, how we'll be able to get, like actually like dedicate our time to that, is our ultimate goal is really to be able to, I mean, at least I can speak for myself, that my ultimate goal is to be able to just teach and coach and mentor full time, to where I probably won't even be making videos. So when someone really needs that extra help, we'll have the ability and the time to just sit down with them and spend, because I don't have 5 ads to do or 10 ads. I don't have any ads to do today. All I'm going to do when I wake up in the morning at 8 a.m. is sit down at my PC and start helping people become content creators. And we are going to start like a very basics course for when someone comes in here going, I am a construction worker and I want to do what you do. How the fuck do I do this? Well, here you go. Here's how you start, and we're going to be with you every step of the way. So, I mean, I think ultimately that's like our plan. And obviously there's going to be things we don't know and things that are going to hit our plate, and we're going to have to figure out how to handle it. But I think that's one of the main reasons why there's 3 of us that started this, because if I were to just do it by myself, man, I don't know.
100%, dude, 100%. And that's a dream too, right, CJ? I mean, like, imagine, I imagine the world where we all have, and, just that's our whole day is just helping you guys, and
I
who
would
knows,
love
man?
that, dude. Oh.
Who knows, man? And just kind of circling back to Fatal's question a little bit, that emotional mental roller coaster of content that, you post and it doesn't do good and you loved it and you got attached to it. Let's just be real. That was your baby. Someone actually posted something recently in one of the channels, and I could tell like, hey, they posted it and said, I just don't get it. I don't get why this didn't do good. What I would say is, this has been my motto. Okay, guys. I mean, besides throw shit at the wall until something sticks and then run with it, which needs to be like a tattoo I have. 3 words: post and ghost. When that thing flies, you're done with it. And I don't care what platform we're talking about. I don't care what a program we're talking about. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go, and look back at the analytics and identify where you went wrong and improve. This is not a get rich quick scheme, right? This isn't a pyramid scheme. This isn't something where, like, we're doing an affiliate system where if you invite 4 friends, that sounds like a pyramid scheme kind of. This isn't that. This is real. This is a very, very sought after and competitive business that we are in. And there's a bunch of different ways to say like what I'm about to say, but the truth is, you got to be in control. And what that means is, there's a lot of people who are going to start this, get discouraged, and quit. I don't care if we're sculpting. It applies to all facets of life. You have to start this journey knowing that you're going to fail and fail and fail again and again. But without that, you're not going to know how to get better. That's how he shows you to get better. So instead of internalizing that and saying there's something wrong with me, know that it's part of the process. You don't start a job and know how to build a car. You go piece by piece to build a Honda Civic, 1992. And then eventually, we're talking Italian. We're talking Ferrari. Okay? But don't try to skip steps, and don't get pissed when you drop an alternator on your foot. It happens. You got to get better. Okay? So, post and ghost, improve every day, and it's a numbers game. Just keep going. So, that's my answer to that.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. You better run.
Welcome.
I want my granted spots. You hear me?
That was a good question.
That was a great one.
I hope we nailed it.
Yeah, guys, and thank y'all again so much for coming to these. Keep coming, I like it. Wait, anyway, yeah, so we got to know on next week, and before we go, remember, guys, this is the last night for y'all to snag those $15 subscriptions. It's going up to 30 tomorrow. Okay, so if you guys subscribe tonight, if you're not already subscribed, it's $15 a month forever. All right, but after tonight, it's going up to 30, and it's going to keep going up as we add more value. Okay. It's also the last night to enter the giveaway. We're giving away $300 or an Elgato teleprompter, which you guys can enter right now. If you haven't already, go look in the giveaways channel.
I don't even have one yet, and you guys are getting one.
I want one so bad. CJ, give me one.
But yeah, I would like to, before we go and stuff, I would like to let you guys know, obviously this was our very first call. We did put it in the free community. Moving forward, the weekly calls will be in the members section, so you will need to have be subscribed to have access to the member section. I'm sure at some point we will be in the free community answering questions and stuff and having calls every so often, but for the most part, these weekly calls are going to be members only, and we are going to do more than obviously just what we talked about tonight. Tonight was the first one, so we wanted to do a little introduction, get the newcomers comfortable, understanding what everything is. But moving forward, we're going to be diving into very specific ways, going over maybe video feedback or talking about how to analyze your own videos and how to we don't want obviously we want to teach you and mentor you and be there to support you, but at the end of the day, we want you to be able to learn how to analyze things yourself and how to critique your own videos, so you don't have to rely on us forever. We want you to be a blossom into a beautiful little flower.
A butterfly.
There you go. And yeah, so I mean, I think there's not just, hey, we're teaching you this. It's going to be, hey, we're teaching you this, but we're also teaching you how to do it yourself and how to learn to think like we do and how to understand how to learn and take what you're learning and utilize that for your own future on your own. So that there's going to be a lot of different things that we're going to be going over in these weekly calls, and hopefully the things that we have planned for you guys are going to be, you're going to find valuable.
Super valuable. Hey, leave a review on our WAP if you haven't already. We
really
or
kicked,
appreciate it.
or banned.
Yeah, and you don't get free premium Snapchats if you don't do that. So if you know, you know. All right, I think that's all the time that we got, guys. We wanted to go make sure we answered all of your questions. Listen, if we didn't address something that you guys still have a question about, please use the questions channel either in free community, but if you're a member, please use the questions in member. Okay, use the Discord as much as you possibly can. It looks so good when you do it. Thank you guys so much again. We appreciate you, and y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening.
You too. Where do we review? I'll answer that real quick because obviously we want your reviews. But you just go to your WAP page, and you should be just click on the creator cash flow. If you go to your order, or actually, I think you just go into courses at the top of Discord, and just click on that link. And then you scroll down and you'll see all the reviews, and to the left of that it'll say write a review, and you should be able to submit it. Heads up, your review won't be visible immediately, so don't think that something went wrong. The WAP customer support team and stuff, they need to filter all that stuff to make sure nothing wonky goes onto these pages publicly. So it could take maybe 24 hours to see your review. It could take an hour. But we really, really, really do appreciate those reviews, because that's going to really, really help. People actually can find you directly on WAP. People will go on WAP and there's a whole section. So obviously the better reviews that we have over everybody else, the more likely we are to be trusted, and people will see us on WAP and they'll come join us here and all that good stuff. So we plan on doing trying to get those affiliate links situated by tomorrow, by the way, for you guys. So. And since we are going up to $30, your referrals will be 20% of $30. And I'm sure over time, prices will be increasing as the value we can provide grows in here. especially like the brands and all that stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna get some food. Thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll
Thank you
see you in
guys.
Discord.
Thanks for being in here, guys. I appreciate it.